Yes, beta Shiva. Start.
Good morning. Today I, Shifa of class 11, is presenting here sources of business finance. What is finance? The term finance means money or funds. The business cannot function unless adequate funds are made available to it. Finance is needed for fixed capital requirement and working capital requirement. Owner's fund. Owner's fund means funds that are provided by the owners of an enterprise. Kind: equity shares, preference shares, retained earning, global depository receipt, American depository receipt, Indian depository receipt. The capital raised by issue of equity share is known as ownership capital or owner's fund. Equity shareholders do not get a fixed dividend but are paid only when tax to the government, interest on loans, and debentures are preference dividend have been paid. Preference shares. The capital raised by a company through the issue of preference share is called preference share capital. The preference shares holders enjoys two preferential rights over equity shares holder in receiving dividend at a fixed rate before equity shareholder at the time of liquidations receiving their capital after the claims of the company creditors have settled. Retained earning, a portion of net profit which is not distributed among the shareholders but retained as reserve or for reinvestment, is known as retained earnings. It does not affect the control of equity shareholders because preference shareholders do not have voting right. Borrowed fund. Borrowed fund refers to the fund raised through the loans or borrowing kinds: trade credit, public deposit, debentures, financial institution, commercial bank, intercorporate deposit. Trade credit. Trade credit is commonly used by business organizations as a source of short-term financing. Trade credit appears in the records of buyer of goods as sundry creditors or accounts payable. Public deposit. The public deposits are usually raised for a period up to 3 years. The acceptance of public deposit is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Debentures. Debentures includes bond any other instrument of company evidencing a debt whether constituting a charge on the assets of the company or not. It is a document or a certificate issued by a company under its seal as an acknowledgement of its debt. Commercial bank. Commercial bank gives loans and advances to business firms in the form of cash credit overdraft term loans. Borrowing from commercial banks are short term or medium term finance. Thank you.